Alright, so here we have our first top 4 match, and I mean, it couldn't have been a cooler first set. Here we have Julien Cajon versus Wilfredo Flores, I think is his last name. Here we're going to see the best judge decks that came out of the format. Vanquish K9 versus Yummy. Wilfredo starts, summons a Sky Striker token, and Julien. No Mulchummy Fuelos in sight. So it looks like Wilfredo will be able to play without any form of interruptions here. Which is a little unfortunate for Julien's end, because the Vanquish K9 deck has very little space to run a lot of non-engine, and in cases like these, you will see the Yummy player just being able to topple the matchup. This is already a tough matchup for Vanquish K9 as well, so I can't imagine that game number 1 will go to Julien's favor, considering he lost die roll, but ultimately you never know. So here we see Wilfredo summon out the Lollipop Yummy in order to go ahead and get access to the Cup C Yummy to play around the Imperm. But like, you don't really have to do it here, because the K9 Vanquish does not play Imperm whatsoever. However, he's still going to... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Wilfredo does main deck board breakers. I know he's on Droplets. He's also on what's his name? Songs, I think, Dominus Purge. So it could have been anyone's game on game number 1. But we'll see how impactful that's going to be. Although I do believe that that's going to give him an edge against not only Striker, but also Lunalight. So we're going to see him go full combo here. Special summon the Cup C, add the surprise. Looks like he didn't attach the, or not attach, but place the field spell with the Snatchy, which is a little confusing. Maybe he has it in hand, or maybe he's going to do it later. We'll see here. Having the token there is a really big benefit as well, because it's just another body for him to utilize in order to make the Herald. And I mean, any Omni negation is just going to be good against any matchup. Now the Lollipop here will be used to summon out the Cup C plus the Lollipop, and we're going to see him now Synchro Summon for a Metal Marcher here, more than likely, which is going to set up the Herald here with the Marcher plus the token. Although both players, looking at their current field, looks like there was a bit of confusion there, but it got cleared up. Metal Marcher now summoning out the Cup C Yummy Way. Cup C Yummy should be linked off here later on to make the Snatchy. The Marcher is going to use the token to make the Herald, and that probably is going to set up maybe a Croaky, maybe the Minion. We'll see. It's probably going to be a Croaky though. On here, we're going to see him now place the field spell, which you would think he should have placed it earlier, but maybe there's a method to his madness after all. Now from here, we're going to see him extend a little bit further, maybe making a double Herald line, which is very well possible. He also has one of the field spells in hand, but it looks like he's just going to have the body there just for some added pressure against Julien. And I mean, this board is going to be impressive going first into the Vanquish K9 deck. I do not think that Julien will be able to break it wholeheartedly. So yeah, I mean, I think game number 1 is going to go to Will. Now, my favorite to win is going to be Julien, but it's going to be really tough here. So I can't imagine that he's going to have the easiest time. One thing to keep note though is that, you know, there is ways to try to break through. I just think that the Herald makes it really tough. That's why it's so important to have cards like Pankratops available for you to use. But actually, it looks like Julien main decks board breakers of his own. If I saw that correctly, maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. I swear I saw an evenly matched in his hand. But here we're going to see the Jokul activate its effect in order to go ahead and special summon a copy of itself and itself. Wilfredo will chain the Lollipop to special summon out Snatchy and the Cup C. And now Cupsy will be able to go ahead and draw a card here if he chooses to. And also, he could chain the Snatchy to summon the Cookie and then book both of these monsters face down. And let's see, from here, we're going to, yeah, on resolution, instead of drawing, he actually decides to just go for the search of the surprise. Now paying 100 life points to synchro summon into the Cookie. Cookie's going to now trigger its effect to Book of Moon both of these monsters face down. And I can only imagine that Julien does not have very many plays. And okay, so what I thought was an evenly match is actually the Snow Devil. Yeah, I mean, that's gotta be tough, you know? There is a world that the Snow Devil can blow up the entire field, because, I mean, he had all the attributes there, but, I mean, what's the point of even, you know, getting to that point if you cannot resolve it with the Herald on field, right? So here, on the normal summon of Mad Love, he's going to chain the Cookie to summon back out a copy of Snatchy plus Lollipo. See, I would have thought that he would have synchroed with the Cookie so that he could have had a monster pop, but yeah. He's going to be able to access it no matter what. But here we see Julien adding the copy of Vanquish Soul Start, and oh boy, that boy do not be hand shuffling very well. I know that's the joke in with him and DB Grinder on that one video that he uploaded, but yeah, no, this is pretty horrible form. But you know, Julien here, I'm just hoping that he is able to secure this dub, but it's looking, for lack of a better phrase, it's looking kind of impossible. Here, Wilfredo's going to chain the Snatchy on the activation in order to summon out Lollipo. Lollipo is going to do Chainlink 1 to summon out Chainlink 2, a Croaky to pop the Vanquish Soul Start. So he's going to summon back out a copy of the Cookie, or no, Cupsy plus Snatchy. No, it's going to be 2 level 1s. Okay. I mean, he has Snatchy in the extra monster zone here, so he can synchro summon at any point if he pleases. I guess at this point in time, you would want to attack over the Herald, and that is what happens. In the battle phase, though, he's going to chain the Snatchy to synchro summon these two, the Lollipo plus the Cookie, in order to make probably Starham. And then Starham will activate its effect, discarding the minion from his hand to special summon out the Cookie effect to pop, because it was summoned by the effect of a synchro monster, and it looks like Starham does not negate the effect. Here on resolution, he's going to make the second Herald in the battle phase, and I think that's GG. So we're going to move on to game number 2, because Julien, oh well, looks like he's actually choosing to stay in the game. And I mean, with no time, I guess it's okay, but he's asking the judge if he can concede, and he waves the white flag. So we're going to come back in game number 2. Alright, here we are in game number 2. Both players just sided out, and I'm kind of scared for Julien's odds in this match, because we saw Wilfredo in the top 8 match. Well, we didn't see him in the channel, but I saw him in the top 8 match with a bunch of board breakers, right? And that is something that K9 Vanquish Soul truly has a tough time trying to beat around the bush, not gonna lie to you. Now, Wilfredo, we see a lot of wonderful cards in his hand. I mean, he has Talents, Lightning Storm, he has Songs of the Dominators, right? Like, a lot of cards here, and none of them will trigger the Izuna. So here we have Jokul revealing the Izuna to special summon both of them out onto the field, and we're going to see Izuna dump a copy of the Lupus. From here, we're going to see Jokul attempt to search, and that will be successful, allowing Julien to probably grab a copy of Lantern here. The issue with starting with a case of K9 is that you can't get it off the Lantern later, but, you know, it's still, you know, something that you really want to see so that you can get as many attributes as possible. So Julien now going to Exceed Summon for the Ripper more than likely. Summoning it in defense mode. If you watch the top 8 match with Wilfredo, the Vanquish Soul K9 opponent summoned damn near everything in attack mode and got really punished by the lightning storm that was utilized. And I mean, there's ultimately not much that you can do in that circumstance except try to play around it as best as possible. The good thing is that the yummy monsters initially are very weak, so it's not like they can beat anything over in the defense position anyways, but minion does help that out a lot. Here now we see the lantern be summoned out and grabbing out the copy of the Lupus. This is going to allow him now to, on resolution, search for probably the quick play spell, the forced release, or he could also get another copy of like a case for K9, but it depends if he wants to end on the 104 board or not. Now the thing is here is that he has not started whatsoever with any of the Vanquish Soul cards, so unfortunately, I see that this Nash Knight is more than likely going to get hit by that Song of the Dominators. Ooh, maybe not. We're going to see Raisin normal summon and activate its effect, and that will get negated instead. Julien looking at the board state. Ooh, but you know what? He has the Vanquish Soul start hard drawn, so he's going to get access to the Holly Sue no matter what. And as long as he has a Dark in hand, he'll be able to utilize the Holly Sue to increase his board presence and make it stronger. Only time will tell if it'll be worth it here. Here, he's going to go ahead and link it off and then add back the Raisin with the Rock of the Vanquisher. And now, do we see a Holly Sue summon? And we do. Holly Sue will reveal the Raisin to special summon herself onto the board. And now Holly Sue will reveal Jokul plus a Raisin to special summon from the deck, which could be, I mean, it could be the Jialong, right? Jialong can reveal the 2 fires to search, and that could, well, I was gonna say it could add him the trap card, but I don't think he actually needs it. I think as long as he keeps both the Geolog and the Holly Sue on the field, not only will he get access to the trap card anyways, but he'll also be able to get access to a search on the opponent's turn, which can get him a Burger, a Caesar, or anything else that he deems worthy. So far, Julien's prospects of winning the game is looking pretty good. However, none of the back row is going to matter because Wilfredo does have access to the Lightning Storm. So here he does choose to grab out the Caesar. So now he has 2 fires with Ash and Raisin. He has a dark with what's her face, the Jokul, and the Earth will be the Holly Sue more than likely. So Julien now committing to the Nash Knight, overlaying for the CXC's Nash Knight. And now detaching the copy of the Nash Knight, almost made a fumble there, to summon the number C104. From here, C104 will activate its effect to destroy the case for K9 in order to activate the case of K9 to set the forced liberation. And I mean, end phase, Vanquish Soul start, will be able to go ahead and set the trap card. And you know, in this circumstance, Julien is able to play around the evenly matched very well. Wilfredo asking what he knows in hand, and Julien revealing that, yeah, you do in fact know all the cards, which, you know, it's fine. So here he's going to set the Vanquish Soul Snow Devil, and he's going to pass here. Now, Wilfredo has a lot going for him. I mean, he has Obedience Gold, he has Talents, he has access to Lightning Storm, he has access to a cookie. Yeah, a cookie. And so, I unfortunately think that Julien might lose. Let's see what this 5th card is. And it is a Forbidden Droplet. That is really tough. So we're going to see him start with the Lightning Storm, which is going to go ahead and blow up all the back row. Julien at this point should probably... Okay, so he's going to go ahead and activate the Snow Devil, revealing all 3 attributes, and then activating the Forced Release. Now I wonder, is the destruction mandatory? Because I know that you can burn. I do think the other effects are optional. Let's see. I'm going to figure this out myself because it actually kind of hasn't come up for me because I haven't gotten Lightning Storm yet, which, you know, lucky me, right? But let's see. In sequence, then you can summon also this turn, and then you can. Okay, so no, he does not have to destroy all the monsters on the field. That is the only optional one for the effect. So Wilfredo will take 1800 points of damage here. No monster effects used quite just yet. Wilfredo weighing at his options, seeing what he should do. I think maybe he should start with, oh, you know what, the obedience field would get negated by Ash, right? Okay, so we're gonna see him normal summon the cookie. This is going to allow him to activate it, but he chooses not to, which is okay. Now he has the yummy Snatchy onto the field. However, if he wants to be able to play, he would have to go ahead and utilize that Droplet. It looks like Droplet though will be utilized, sending the Snatchy to the graveyard. So Holly Sue's effect will be, you know, it won't be able to be resolving, you know, since it won't be able to take anything. But that's okay. Now he can go ahead and negate probably. Okay, so he chooses to negate the number C104. Interesting. So now he should set the Obedience Gold. Yeah, he should set the Obedience Gold. And now activate the talents. Oh, but we do see the Caesar being utilized. Caesar effect to go ahead and reveal 3 attributes. Pop. And then that's game. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, Julien played that perfectly. I don't think he could have done that any better. And here, showing that just because you have board breakers doesn't guarantee you the win. And I'm very happy because, oh boy, that could have gone way different in many different circumstances. But Julien 1-1. Will we see Julien in the finals? Again, I'm like Dick writing mad hard, but I really do want to see him in the finals. Not that I hate Wilfredo or anything, but I mean, you know, I gotta see the GOAT up there. Alright, this is the long-awaited game number 3. Both players showing good sportsmanship, and I mean, again, my favorite is Julien, but Wilfredo taking it. As long as Will can win in the finals, I'd be just as happy because I want to see another North American win, man. So we see him have the best starter, and that is going to be the Cupsy Yummy. Cupsy Yummy will go ahead and search for the Yummy Surprise, and on resolution he will drop a Fua. Okay, so Julien showing that he is going to fight back here. Now here's the thing, Yummy does have a very solid play into the Fua, giving the opponent maximum 2 draws if anything. But, you know, you also have to recognize that making any sort of concessions makes it very easy for the opponent to, you know, for the Vanquish Soul Canine deck to just take advantage of you. However, here we are going to see Julien on res summon the Holly Sue, and, well, he ends up basically playing into further into the Fualos, right? Because at this point in time, you're kind of forced to ensure that the Holly Sue does not get any benefit, right? Playing on the opponent's turn is what's going to be necessary for Julien to have a chance to set up something on the field so that he can compete. And it looks like Wilfredo is going to give him multiple draws as a result. So he ends up grabbing Cookie and the Lollipo to get all of the names into rotation probably. And now he's just weighing out his options of what exactly he's going to discard. And I think he has multiple copies of Purge. So, you know, this is going to reveal that obviously he has another one. But, I mean, you're just going to have to play into it in all honesty. Now, I think Julien probably plays Harpies. So, you know, if he can potentially... secure that card into his hand, he will be able to go ahead and utilize it against back row. But I do believe I see Judgment there in Will's hand, so it's not going to be easy to break this board whatsoever. And I mean, at this point in time, if he has the availability to special summon from the deck with Holisu, he's going to have to do it. It might be even good to just bait out the other Purge, just because you know, you don't want to get hit with that later. So maybe a raise and summon will occur here soon enough. So now Will is going to go ahead and set 2 cards, keeping the Dominus Purge in hand. Does Julien attempt to play here into the Purge? And I think it's worth it wholeheartedly. He's looking at the graveyard, debating on what he should play right now. But I mean, you're gonna play it either this turn or, you know, next turn, right? So here we're gonna see Holisu trigger her effect. She is going to reveal, it looks like a Dark in the Fire. So here's Geolong and Jokul. No response from Will. Potentially, yeah, no, he opts not to respond here. And so this is going to summon out the Raisin more than likely, right? I mean, I can't imagine that it would be any other monster here. And you know, because this is the end phase, even if he summons out the Snatchy here through the Cupsy Yummy, opts not to use the Raisin. In fact, he just summons Geolong, and now Geolong is going to reveal Double Fire. And that will be met with the Dominus Purge. Okay. Yeah, no, I like that a lot. Utilizing his other fires in the deck to be able to bait out any resources. But here's the thing. The Judgment is going to put in a lot of work. As that Raisin is likely not going to resolve. But, you know, he already has Holisu on the field. So, I mean, this is one step in the right direction. Question is, will he be able to actually play here? And Julien here has access to there can be only one. We'll see if it matters. Now here we're probably going to see a draw phase activation of Holisu to special summon from the deck. Will this be met with Imperm? Because we know Wilfredo has it. But instead of using, he's probably doing Chainlink 2 Cupsy and then Chainlink 3 Imperm. If he did this in the draw phase, he wouldn't be able to bounce with, you know, Burger or Caesar. But the likelihood that you see it is very low since you only play them at 1. So yeah, Holisu does not get to resolve here. And now we're going to see the Cupsy summon plus the Snatchy. Now we're going to see Cupsy and the Snatchy place the field spell here. Okay. Man, this is really tough. Like, Wilfredo's just generating advantage one after the other. And there's a potential that he can see another Dominus Purge if he chooses to draw. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like Julien is going to let that go. And that's going to place the Akroki onto the field. And then we're probably going to see Wilfredo attempt to draw into any more hand traps. But no. I guess he just doesn't like drawing cards from the deck. Choosing to just go for follow-up, which, you know, it's fine. It's just, I mean, you get the chance to draw, like, Ash Blossom and stuff, you know? Like, isn't that great? Well, I guess Ash doesn't work here at this point because Dominus already got used, and I guess you're not likely to see it. And he probably already has, like, you know, less chances to draw into more hand traps, because I think his deck is more, how do you call it, board breaker focused, right? So here, Will is going to go ahead and allow Julien to add back once he link summons. So chooses not to use Judgment here. And now here, we're going to see Julien potentially normal summon this Raisin. And he will, right under the Snatchy, which will be met by a Solemn Judgment. Okay. Oh. Is that a Stake Your Soul in his hand? I think that's a Stake Your Soul. I think he's in there. Oh my god, that is a Stake Your Soul. Okay, so it's not over till it's over. So Julien, he should know that he cannot get Ash Blossom, and he knows the 2 cards in hand, which is 1 Cookie and 1 Snatchy. So it's like, maybe you don't want to play into the Cookie Yummy way, but like at this point, I think you have to use all your options here. So we're gonna see Stake Your Soul reveal Geolong, and will Wilfredo chain? He will go ahead and activate the effect of the Snatchy to Synchro Summon here into a Cupsy Yummy Way. This will now resolve, allowing Julien to special summon out Raisin from the deck. Now, you probably should have summoned it under the rock, but I guess we'll see how impactful this is going to be. Here we see the Croaky is going to be able to chain though. So here we go, Chainlink 1, Cupsy, Chainlink 2, Croaky, targeting the Raisin, and it doesn't appear to me that he has any of the big Vanquish Soul monsters in hand aside from Geolong, and sadly he does have to concede to that, but that's okay. I think he still has a lot of gas to work with. The thing is that it's going to be really tough to play against the Cookie set too, but with access to There Can Be Only One, I have a theory that he is going to be a-okay unless Will ended up keeping some back row removal. Maybe evenly, but I mean, I think I'd take evenly over getting OTK'd any day. Although, he does have access to a Croaky. You know, this doesn't seem to be the FTK that I was thinking, because There Can Be Only One can actually still be outed. He would have to activate it in the draw phase, honestly. So, what did he add with Raisin? You know what? I kind of missed it here. It looks like he added a copy of Holisu. Okay. I think maybe Julien sets that There Can Be Only One and then passes. Or he could make Typhon here. Yeah. Typhon onto the board, attack over the Cupsy Yummy Way, and then whenever he gets a normal summon or makes the Link monster, he just activates There Can Be Only One, and then hopefully that's GG, you know? Looking at his graveyard, I guess they're debating on whether or not he cuts, but yeah. Alright, so draw face. Do we see There Can Be Only One flipped? And yeah. So he is going to go ahead and link summon out for the relinquished anima. And yeah, I mean, it's like, you kind of should have probably waited. It's just really unfortunate here, because I think Wilfredo actually ends up being able to play around it, because he should be able to... Well, no, because he can't Synchro Summon, right? No, he cannot. He cannot Synchro Summon. He can summon out a Yummy monster, but he's actually just locked out of Beast at this point, so... it might be a special summon and defense and then pass. Dude, that's crazy. And now look, he's gonna reveal Holisu, and damn near every single monster in Vanquish Soul is a different type. What he cannot summon is Mad Love, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, if Wilfredo has nothing to this, then he loses to the There Can Be Only One, because what he drew was the Songs of the Dominator, which, you know, he can use right now in order to get himself a Dominus Purge, but he might wait actually on the summon here. He might go for a Raisin, because Mad Love is a Fiend and the Typhon's on the field, so, you know, it would be impossible for him to go for that. He could also go for a Geolong, I guess. But he goes for the Raisin. Raisin effect to search. You know what? This is kind of funny. I think he's going to steal the Raisin, because, again, I'm pretty sure he has Songs of the Dominators. Let's see. Raisin activates his effect. Probably search for Burger or Caesar. And he adds another copy of Geolong. Interesting. Now he's going to go ahead and activate the effect of Raisin to reveal. It will pop. Wilfredo could go for a Typhon line, but, like, is that good? On resolution, Geolong, special summon now. Geolong is a worm. So, still playing under There Can Be Only One very well. And now he can go Geolong effect to search, revealing 2 Geolongs in the hand. Yeah, dude, I mean, it sucks for Wilfredo, but it looks like Julien opening the one of and having the Fua ended up making a really big impact. That's my GOAT! We are going to see Vanquish Soul K9 in the finals, baby! Yeah, I mean, what a show of dominance here. It sucks, like, wholeheartedly, you know, Will just having to concede to the floodgate, and I think we're gonna see There Can Be Only One banned after this weekend, dude. There's almost no way it stays. Like, this is incredible. And now he goes Burger effect to add back. Oh, is he gonna burn Wilfredo? Effect, reveal a dark to draw? Okay. I mean, next turn is game if Will doesn't set up anything here, right? So, I mean, he has quick play spell, he has minion, he has a normal summon, but no outs to There Can Be Only One here. Looks like he'll put back a copy of Snatchy and a copy of Cupsy. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what is Will's, like, you know, what's he gonna do ultimately? Okay, so he normal summons the Cookie. Again, all the monsters aside from Typhon in defense mode, so he can, you know, put Typhon down to 1,000, but he's going to set 2 cards and then pass. Alright, so here we have the Burger, reveal the Jokul to draw, and all he needs to do at this point is switch his monsters to attack mode and then, you know, go for game. So, Geolong, reveal 2 to do search. Probably should have done that first before drawing, but I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. He probably wants to add Caesar so he can start, you know, popping the back row if possible. Because he should know one of them, which is the surprise. But instead, he's going to add Mad Love. That's interesting. Can Mad Love... Yeah, see, like, I don't know why he went for the Mad Love there. He probably just forgot that Typhon was a Fiend. But he, you know what? Typhon still has his material. And Burger still has his burn. So we're going to see him enter the battle phase. And that is game. Julien Khan going to the finals, dude. Incredible work, dude. Wilfredo played to the best of his ability. I truly believe that he actually deserves his spot here in Worlds, man. So I mean, still, congratulations to a top 4 finish. But Julien making it to the finals, representing North America. Let's go, dude. I'll catch you guys in the next top 4 match and then in finals.